Welcome to Gruber Motor Company, the auto shop of the future. What we have here is a number of lifts, 10 of them to be exact, and it wasn't until we got our bendpak lift that we realized that this is really the brand we want to go with. Bendpak is an innovator that has been in the automotive accessory business for a number of years, 1965 actually, and they are most recently developing product for the EV business. This, for example, is a EV electric vehicle battery scissor lift, and the reason this is important is in order to work on the EV batteries, we have to drop them out of the car, and they weigh 1,200 pounds. And what this device allows is not only the removal of the battery pack, but the reinstallation, because it has a moving platform that can actually be shifted and adjusted so that you can align that battery back up inside that Model S. There are many other custom products that are required in an electric vehicle shop, auto shop like this. This, for example, is an 11-point charger that's used on Tesla Roadsters. And unlike traditional auto shops working on internal combustion engine vehicles, there's specialized equipment in a shop like this that is required, and bendpak is stepping up to the plate and developing products for this new market. Gruber Motor Company, by the way, is the largest independent commercial EV repair shop on the planet right now, but that won't last forever, because what you see here will be replicated all over the planet as EV adoption rates continue to increase, and shops like this are going to be essential to keep these vehicles running. Not only is this bendpak EV 4000 lift designed for dropping battery packs out of electric vehicles, but a common repair also is dropping the drivetrain, which is the motor and inverter assembly, with the mounting cradle out of the car for repairs. Some of the repairs, for example, are the motor mounts break and crack, or the motor and inverter assembly need work. Now what we've done here is shown you a cradle dropped out of a different car, and the original cradle is still in the car, so you can see where the motor and the inverter sit and how this cradle actually mounts up in there. What the EV 4000 lift allows us to do is to raise and lower and position and adjust and fine-tune the placement of this cradle back up inside that electric vehicle. It includes these mounting adapters which allow us to adjust the height of the standoff and drop a drivetrain cradle like this safely. When we're done and the cradle is back up in the car, these accessories go back up on the shelf, and this starts functioning like a battery lift again. I'm not a big guy, but watch how easily this thing can move a 1,200-pound battery pack. It has triple casters, so if you have an obstruction on the floor, like this bolt that I'm going to put underneath that wheel, and I try to move this, watch what happens to that swivel. It just simply swivels around it. This lift is still patent pending, but it just received a rating for 4,000 pounds. Now the reason that's important, the Tesla Model S is a 1,200-pound battery pack. So it uses maybe a quarter of the capacity of this lift. But as the EV business continues to grow and expand, there are much heavier batteries coming down the pike. We're probably not going to put semi-batteries on this because it's 12 times the size of this, but things like Rivian, the Hummer, those are the big, heavy batteries, and this is certainly capable of handling up to 4,000 pounds of battery. Now, what makes this product unique is you can raise and lower with the scissor lift, and then once you put the pack up underneath the car, you're going to have to align it. And through precision slip tables here, you can actually move that 1,200-pound battery pack by releasing these pins, and now you can see this actually will move the battery around, which is critical because you have these bolts that you have to align, and you have cooling jackets and sockets that have to be perfectly aligned before that battery can go back up in the car. So this bendpak device is actually a battery and drivetrain cradle lift system, able to handle both of the heavy items that come out of an electric vehicle like this. This device for us is a labor-saving device, and it also makes the entire process much safer. Now that we have one, I can't imagine not ever having had one. Thank you for joining us. I'm Pete Gruber. We'll see you next time.